Hey everybody, welcome to Black Dragon University. In this video, I'm going to go over all three stances that are required in Beginner Curriculum B. Okay, the first stance is actually something that the students learn on their very first day here. It's called attention. In Korean, we use the term Chariot. So for your attention stance, both of your feet will be together as mine are, not toes turned out, but toes touching. Your hands will be relaxed by your side and in fist, and your back will be straight. When you move to attention, you use your left foot. So if you're standing at a relaxed position and the instructor says Chariot, you use your left foot to come in and hands go by your side. We do not want to slap the side as many of our young beginner students have a habit of doing. We just want to step to that stance calmly and stand nice and straight like this. Okay, your next stance is called ready stance. Most of the time in class we use the Korean term Choonbi, which means ready. So for ready stance, you also want to use your left foot, and you're going to move your feet apart the length of one of your feet. So to gauge this, if you touch your heel to your toe and then turn your foot this way, that's how far your feet should be apart. So from here, you step out, your hands open, they come up to solar plex level, make a fist, and go down. Okay, an acceptable time to perform this stance is between 4 and 6 seconds. So what we have our students do is just count a 5 count in their head. So if the instructor says Choonbi, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, also to do this correctly, we would want to breathe. We would want to breathe in while coming up and exhale while going down. So I'll execute this for you one time as it should be. Okay, instructor says Choonbi. And that's the proper way to execute ready stance. The third and final stance in this curriculum is your walking stance. So the Korean term for this is Ap Seogi. We don't use that term most of the time in class, but I include that just for people that might be curious. So for your walking stance, the reason that it is named walking stance is because your feet are pretty much as they would be if you were walking. So I'm going to turn sideways so that you all can see. So if this foot is here, then my feet are one of my feet length apart. So if I were to touch my heel to my toe, and then put my heel where my toes are now, that is the distance that my feet should be apart. They're slightly offline, so they're not exactly on the same line, and both legs are straight. So that is my walking stance. When we're doing just the stance, we'll normally bring our hands to a chambered position like this. So if we're in attention and the instructor says walking stance, what the students will do is bring the hands this way. This stance is used in almost all of the forms that we do. So most of the time when a student is practicing a form, they will be executing a block or a punch of some sort in the walking stance. So let me review those for you guys real quickly. You have your attention stance or Chariot, which is like this. You have your ready stance or Choonbi. And then you have your walking stance. And those are the stances for Beginner Curriculum B. Thank you all for watching and happy practicing.